Vibes, everybody. I just want to get on here real quick and make a video about. So, I know a lot of people talk about going within. A lot of the connects, you hear all of us really say, you need to go within in order to find out the different things and aspects of yourself that'll help you on your path and on your journey in every aspect of your life. But I just want to go in a little bit of detail, not like too much, but a little bit of detail into what exactly is going within, what is going within yourself. So there are plenty of ways that you could actually go within yourself to learn things. One of the most common ways that a lot of people think about is meditation. Now, through meditation, it allows you to calm your mind and observe your thoughts so that you can be able to see what is actually going on within your mind and within your head. But then also you could use it to see what's going on with your body, what's going on with your spirit. You want to make sure that you're always checking all 3 points of the Trinity, spirit, mind, and body. So by doing your daily meditation, and I say daily meditation because you should be doing it on a daily basis, because this really does help you out. And once you start doing it for a while, you'll realize how much it actually helps you out. Like at first, it might not be so much. So don't think, oh, this doesn't work just because you only tried it a couple times. Because the longer that you do it, the more consistent that you become at it. That's when you're going to start really seeing more of those results. You're going to really start, getting more of what you're actually thinking about, of what meditation is. You're going to actually start getting all those benefits, because it takes time. It takes time to learn how to really go within yourself and see. So with meditation as well, there's all kinds of different types of meditation. You can do your own search, outer search and research on the different types of meditation. But I'll go over a couple. Your basic meditation. You can sit there, stand up, however you feel. And an easy way to get started is to close your eyes, so that you'll be able to cancel out a lot of the other distractions that go on, just from what you actually see. That could actually, hinder you from concentrating on a certain thing. So, at the beginning stages, you probably will want to close your eyes. There's other forms of meditation where you can have your eyes open and actually focus in on different things. But that's for you to do your own search on, and, do your own inner search on to see if that's what will work for you. But so you want to go into it with a calming mind state, even if you're not calm, because meditation helps out to help you actually calm down. So even if you are agitated and stuff, you go in, and that's when you start to. You don't have to clear your mind. So that's a really big misconception that a lot of people use is, oh, you have to clear your mind, you have to empty your mind for meditation. You may be able to do that, after a while. And then you'll see, the different results from that. But at the beginning stages, you're going to want to observe your thoughts. Observe what's going on within you. Observe all your senses. What can you hear, see, smell, taste, even what you can see with your eyes closed, because there's going to be different types of things that you're actually seeing, as you do this. So, start off there. That's a little basic way to get yourself going. But then meditation can be all kinds of aspects. Like, I work in the kitchen. I'm a chef. So I might be sitting there cutting some stuff, or doing something that, it doesn't take too much concentration to actually do. Now, during that time, I can actually take that and use that, whatever motion I'm doing and all that, and use that as a setting point to start calming myself down and start, observing my thoughts. And then if I want to clear my mind, start clearing my mind, start doing that. It's a lot harder to do that when you're actually doing things. So, you work your way up to that, but it can help you even just to observe your breath while you're doing these things. Because during meditation, if you're observing your breath, it'll also help you, give you something to focus on, so that you can, again, get rid of the other distractions. You want something to focus on at first, instead of just being like, okay, I'm just going to clear my mind. But what does clearing your mind actually mean? Until you've done enough meditation, you probably wouldn't even understand it, and eventually overstand that. I'm still on my meditation path. I've only been meditating for a couple years now. So, with that, it took me a while before I started to really think about what is meditation. Now, of course, I've been doing meditation in other forms for quite some time, but I didn't even have the awareness or the mindset to know that that's actually what I was doing in order to, go within myself and see what was going on. Some people might even be able to meditate while they're playing a game. Now, I wouldn't suggest that because that's all kinds of other stimuli. But if that works for you, hey, do it. Whatever's going to work for you, because only you will be able to tell what's going to work best for yourself. So, that's just a couple basic little things with meditation. Again, do your own search on that so that you can really be able to see what's going to work for you. Because I really want to make sure that you do whatever's best for yourself, and not what somebody else is telling you. Don't just do what somebody else is telling you. Do what actually works for you. So, with that being said, as you start meditating more, you're going to begin to start looking inside. When I say look inside, I mean about the things that, you might keep hidden from others. The things that are inside your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, what you may be experiencing, different things that have happened, maybe even sometimes your responses. There's a lot of things that you keep within that, you have access to once you start learning to go within and look at those aspects, looks at those different things that are happening within yourself. You can take it as deep as you want to, and that's with time. And over time, you'll be able to, do it a lot more, and it'll become easier. And, so don't get frustrated because, again, at the beginning, a lot of things can be hard. So don't get frustrated when you first start, because this is a lifelong journey. It's never going to stop. So you're always going to be, going within in order to realize what's going on without yourself and within yourself and everything else. Now, another way besides just meditation is to just observe. While you're going around doing whatever you're doing, just observe yourself. Observe your thoughts. Observe your feelings. Observe what you're sensing. Keep that awareness up. Start turning that awareness up to the point where you'll start to see a lot more after a while. But it takes time. I'm going to keep saying it takes time. And I made that video on how you can change up your perspective on time. So if you think you don't have enough time, you might actually do have enough time to do it, because you can meditate at any time, any point, anywhere pretty much. You can go within yourself at any point. You're going to want to see all the different aspects of yourself. Now, when you go within, so after you start meditating and everything, you start going within and actually looking within yourself for what you feel is right. What eventually you might understand, and overstand, so what is going on, depending on whatever question you're asking, whatever you're trying to think about. So you could then start to focus on different things. You might have a question you want to find out about yourself. You might have thought you knew, but this is a very good time to start really and truly learning how you're going to react to it. What is your true mindset on it, your true aspect of it, because you have to go within in order to learn any of these things. And the more that you are able to go within, you'll be able to discover even more. You might find the answer that you get today might not be the same answer you get tomorrow, because there's always different things going on. Your level of awareness, your level of inner and understanding and overstanding has changed. So as you keep going along, your aspects, your understanding, might change. It's going to develop. It's going to keep transforming. That's why I keep telling you, you got to transform your mindset, transform that knowledge, that perspective, all aspects of your life in order to, bring about the change that you want to. Not just the changes that other people are trying to put about upon you. So you have to learn that there's so many answers that you can find within yourself, and not actually having to go and search for all these different places. It's hot flying above me, but you'll be able to see the different things that are actually going on within yourself, to the point where these answers might lead to more questions. Most of the time, they are going to lead to more questions. And then when you get more questions, that's when it's time for you to do some more searching. That's why I say this is never going to stop. This is going to be something that's going to be constant, that you're going to constantly build upon. Every day. You might do it multiple times a day. Make sure you stay consistent with it, because once you start stopping and not doing it so often and all that, a lot of the benefits can start to fall off, because you might be like, oh, well, I've been doing it solid for like 2-3 months. I'm gonna just stop for a while. You might stop for a week or two. You might find once you go back to actually start meditating or whatever you're going to do to go within yourself, when you go to start those practices, you can be like, man, it's a lot harder, because you stop that momentum. It's a lot easier to keep things rolling if you got that momentum. You got that fire to push behind you, to keep pushing you upward and onward. So don't ever feel like, oh, this is it. That's all I'm going to be able to do. Now, because you went to a certain level, or you've done it for a certain amount of time. After a while, you'll realize, hey, there's a lot more to this than even what I even began to think when I first started. All the physical benefits, because there's physical benefits for going within yourself. You'll start to be, have more self-confidence. You'll start you'll probably want to work out more. You probably start getting more in tune with your physical body. But then there's also the mental aspect, which a lot of people focus on, is the mental aspect of going within. It's because you're able to know what different thoughts that you're having, what different mindset that you would have toward a certain situation. Or you might even realize, hey, those things that I thought I believed in before, I don't even believe in now, because you've done some inner searching, and you realize that doesn't actually resonate with yourself. That doesn't resonate within. That doesn't resonate for me. So when those types of things start happening, don't let the doubts start to distract you, because that's one of those things that might happen. Is you're saying, then you'll start doubting what's going on around you. Turn that doubt into more fire, more fuel, more energy, so that you can be able to keep pushing on and keep finding and discovering more. Because the more that you keep doing it, you'll realize, hey, you probably shouldn't even been worried about those doubts. So that's another stage of going within yourself, to get that type of understanding, where you have that solid ground that you stand on within yourself. You're grounded, you're solid. You know what I mean? So don't feel like you don't have a basis for all these things that you're asking. You might not have went to school for a certain thing or any of that, but through enough inner search, you might realize, hey, I actually do understand this. Understand it. On a deeper level, not just understand it on the basic level that most people understand things on, but I understand it. I know how it applies to myself. Not only just how it applies to everything outside of me, that I know how it applies to me. So as you're going through and you're getting more inner search and you're going within more, you're going to want to start seeing, okay, so how do these things apply to me? And you might think, oh, that's basic, because you're thinking about your thoughts and all that. But you might start to realize that you're not even really focused on yourself or a lot of things a lot of times when you go within. When you start seeing your thoughts, they're straying to this and that. And you're like, man, I didn't even know I even cared about that, or I even knew about something like that. So make sure that you take all this and say, how does it relate to myself and my interactions with everything around me, spiritually, physically, and mentally. You want to make sure that you're thinking about it on all three levels of the Trinity, spirit, mind, and body. Because once you start to see that, then you're going to start to get all the different aspects of it. A lot of times I don't really talk too much about, the spiritual benefits for these things. That's because once you start going within, you'll start seeing those different benefits. Spirituality isn't something that somebody can really explain to you, that somebody can give you a whole lot of detail on. They can give you different little information and all that, but until you go within and actually internalize that and see how does it relate to me, how do I actually interact with this information? How does this information react to everything else? Through my viewpoint, through my perspective, through your own perspectives. Then once you do that, you'll start to see more of the spiritual aspect of it, because spirit runs through all. It all starts with spirit. And once you go within, you'll start recognizing this a little bit more. And I'm just saying this off of my personal experience. It might be a little bit different for you. I don't know. Because that's your journey. That's your experience. That's your lifetime in order to figure out these things. All I'm saying is one aspect that will help you in order to get that type of confidence, get that type of understanding and inner knowing, and just overall, I don't want to say like well-being or betterment, but like you're going to get an overall just more complete picture. You're going to get a more complete picture of what's going on, because we are some amazing beings out here, and we can do a lot of different things. And we do a lot of different things without even realizing it. That even that simple fact of how we do a whole bunch of stuff without even realizing what we're doing should let you know that there's a lot more to yourself than you ever even thought. So once you go further within to see these different aspects, you'll be able to get that that level of, okay, now I'm starting to get the spiritual aspect of it, or I'm starting to get that mental aspect of it. I'm starting to get the physical aspect of it, and see the relationship between them all. Is it balanced? Is it unbalanced? Because you got to remember to keep everything balanced. Even with your inner searching and your outer search and your research, you got to keep that balanced as well. So once you do enough inner search, it's probably going to spark some questions. And you could do more inner search on those questions as well. But it's good to go ahead and get some outer search as well. See what other people have experienced, as well. See what other people have looked up as well. So that then you could take that and then come back to yourself and do more inner search on that. Because now you might even get a different understanding based on how those people did it and how you're actually doing it and the relationship between the two. Because the more that you go within, you see that you interact with a lot more than you actually realize. You think about things in a different way than what you might originally have thought. Because as you go on this journey, you discover more about yourself. You start reacting to things differently. And then once you start reacting to things differently, then you see the reality around you start changing based off of your perspective, off of your perception. So keep going within to learn more about yourself. And once you start learning more about yourself, then you're going to start learning more about everything else around you. So don't be too stressed out about, oh, okay, do I need to go and research all this? These people said this. This group said that. No, what is the truth? Only you can figure out the truth. Only you can go within to see what is your truth. What resonates with you? Does that apply to what frequency you're on? There's all kinds of different ways to say this. So don't take just what I'm saying as the only way of what it is, because everybody thinks in a different way. Everybody acts in a different way. Everybody's had different experiences. So their understanding of things are going to be a little bit different. And your understanding might not be my understanding, because we're at different stages. We're at different levels. We're at different places. Not to say that anyone's better than anyone else, because that doesn't really matter. That's another distraction that's getting you off the path. Remember that you need to go within yourself. Learn more about what's within you in order to regain your power, your own power, the inner power. When you start rising up and really seeing that your vibration is raising, seeing that that all the benefits and all the different aspects of what's going on, not just the benefits, because there might be also some cons to it. There'll be pros and cons to everything. But the more that you're aware of it, the more that you'll be able to navigate and learn how you understand it, how you understand it, how you will react to it. But I think that's about all I'm gonna really talk about for that. Just don't forget to go within on every aspect. When people say, no, I'm all in, I'm going all the way in, think about that. Are you really going all the way in to see what's going on? But I'm gonna leave it at that, everybody. If you want some more higher informational knowledge, you can check out Astro Solson and Reprogram the Matrix YouTube channels, as well as a bunch of the connects: Brandon Binky, Brett Ziegler, Jessica Enzer, Austin Colson. There's all kinds of connects that are making these videos that are giving some different perspectives, giving you a little bit more information than you might find out there. And if you want to take it a little bit deeper, go check out reprogramthematrix.com to the private community, because having that community behind you can be such a push, can help you in so many different ways. And I'll probably make another video on that here soon. But that's all I want to say for you guys today. So high vibes, my full love, my gratitude, and I love you all.